What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Ooh, baby. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for the Wednesday live stream. So here we are. Remember that the Wednesday live streams are long form videos. So we'll be here for 1, 2, 3 hours, whatever it ends up being. So kick on back, drop some comments, drop some questions. Go ahead and smash that like button if you could. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. Here we go again. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Please say hello. Please say hello. Please say hello. So, as you see on the screen, guys, at the very bottom of the screen, you'll see a disclaimer which says that I am not a doctor, baby. Ooh. Nothing on this channel is medical advice. So if you, my friend, if you are struggling with addiction, please seek out your own doctor. Remember that everything on this channel is for entertainment purposes only. Also, just above that, it says, please be sure and share with us your updates, goals, setbacks, etc. We want to support you on your path to freedom. Izzy wants to say hello. She's looking for an S word, but it's not here. I don't have it here today, girl. I'm sorry. I forgot to get it, but you can say hello. She pissed. She's like, where's my snack? I was told that I would get a snack every time Dad comes in here and starts talking. Where are you looking? It's not in here. It's downstairs. Little cutie. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and remove the disclaimer, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and throw up the sponsors of the past 7 days. So you will see them scrolling for the entirety of the show. And I will go ahead and thank them in just a little bit. Shout out to the sponsors. I appreciate y'all. All right, Izzy, are you done? You want to hang out here for a little bit? Oh, you want to hang out? Okay, we can hang out. It's okay. So who's up in here? So Kimmy, what's up, girl? Good to see you. She says, hi, friends. Smash the like button. Yes, guys, please do. So we're only at 2 likes on this video so far. That's what I'm seeing anyway. Let's see here. KG Smith in the house says, hello, Kimmy B and Big Kev. What's up, KG? How you doing? How you doing? Let us know if there's any updates on you or Jeff. If you could, KG, I'd appreciate that. So Kimmy says, hey, Kevin, I'm glad you're here today. Thank you, Kimmy. Glad to see you here as well. Glad to see you here as well. And let's see here. Just Peachy says, hi, everyone. How you doing, Peachy? How you doing? Hopefully you're just Peachy. Okay, Daddy got to get back to this, okay? You going to go wash the house? She's so freaking cute. That little cute dog face. Man, I've been having some horrible nightmares lately. Goodness. 2 nights ago, I had a nightmare that I lost her in Las Vegas. And it was just like a big, huge party. The whole city was just a big party. And it was like random animals everywhere. And I lost her in the midst of all that. Freaking dreams, man. Horrible dreams. Peachy says, hit that like. Yes, please do that. You guys see that little thing that looks like this? Yes, please smash that, baby. So let's see here. Hey, Peachy. So Peachy says, I just subbed to Kimmy. I have a hole in my sock. That's driving me crazy. I just subbed to Kimmy. I've been meaning to for a minute now. I'm so excited to check out your channel. Yes. Make sure you guys go check out Kimmy's channel if you guys haven't yet. All you got to do is type in Kimmy's Playhouse. It pops right up. Shout out to Kimmy. She says, thanks. Most of my subs are thanks to Kevin. I don't know about that. Maybe just a couple. Maybe like one. Marky Rizzo in the hizzo. What's up, buddy? He says, hey, ladies and gentles. Good to see you in here, Marky. Good to see you, brother. Marcus, she calls him. Hello, Marcus. Zach is in the house. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. You just reminded me, nobody's really seen Sunny for a while, right? So he actually left a comment on my channel, but then he deleted it. So Sunny, if you're watching this, I seen your comment and I checked out your video. He got a new BMW, freaking badass car. So since I'm a car guy, you guys all know I'm a car guy, hopefully by now. And he just left me a quick message and said something like, hey Kev, just saying what's up. Come check out my new video or something on his he got a new BMW. It was a pretty awesome little car. So Sonny, hopefully everything's all right. I don't know why you deleted that comment, but I seen it anyway. I tried to leave a comment on his video and it wouldn't post. I think he deleted the video actually. So that was cool to see just him popping in. Peachy says, I can't see you. You can't see me? Can you guys see me? Everything all right? Let me know if something's wrong. Does everything sound and look all right to you guys? Zachariah. I wonder if there's any fun games we can play in the chat. I got a game we can play. It's called Hide the Soul. Guess what? You're it. Can anybody name that movie? Hey there, sport. Zach and Marky. Kimmy says, "Are you taking Sundays off for a while, Kevin?" That's to be determined on that. I'm not really sure on that yet, Kimmy. Still not really clear on that. KG. So Peachy says, "It says this video is playing in picture and I can't see you. I don't know why." I think it should. Yeah, you're right, Kimmy. You're right. It was Child's Play. Chucky. Hi, it's me, Chucky. That's awesome. You need that movie. Can you guys see me okay? I don't know. So you can just hear me, Peachy, and that's it? You don't see me? Hi, I'm waving. So Kimmy says, exit out, Peachy, and come back in. It happens to me too. So are you watching on a phone or on a computer, Peachy? Let us know. Apparently that happens sometimes from what Kimmy's just said. The Hangover starring Izzy? Nope. Oh, you're talking about my dream, Marky. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, dude. I've been having some messed up dreams, guys. Let me tell you my last 3 nights' dreams. This is effed up. So 3 nights ago, I had a dream that me and my mom were carrying my brother, my dead brother, in a box, in a casket. So that was that dream. And I know that dream stemmed from me talking to my mom about my brother, which I haven't spoken to basically in 3 years. I was talking to my mom at her house not too long ago, probably this weekend, and I asked her how he was doing, and she said that he wasn't doing too well. I guess he's having some health issues due to his alcoholism over the past 20 years or whatever it's been, 25 years. So it's basically to where he can't drink anymore. And if he does drink, it makes him sick. So now he's not drinking during the week. He's only drinking on the weekends. It's something with his pancreas. Does anybody know what that might be? I didn't really get a whole lot of information, but something with his pancreas. So just really sad to hear that. I had no idea he's having like severe health issues due to his alcoholism. It's really sad to hear that, especially since we're not in contact and we haven't been for years, but kind of made me think about possibly reaching out to him and maybe trying to have lunch or something and maybe just have a little bit of communication from time to time. But I don't know. I haven't crossed that bridge yet. So that was the first dream. And then the second dream, the next night, was the one that I just told you guys about where I lost Izzy in Vegas. Freaking so stupid. I was so pissed off at that dream. And then the one I had was it last night. This one was really scary, guys. Holy crap. So I kind of took it as like 2 different ways, but essentially it was kind of like I died and I was like somewhere else in the world, right? It's like somebody dropped me off somewhere and it was kind of like I was in a foreign country that you couldn't come back to our country. It was like I was in a different world that I could not get back to this world. And I was really freaking out. I was like, I have got to find my way home. I was talking to this lady. She was like Chinese or something like that. So she had like a slight accent and there was like a bunch of people there. And I was like, I need to get, like, I took the wrong some kind of teleportation of some sort. It was almost like I took the wrong flight or something, but ended up in a different world. And she was like, sir. I said, I have a dog. I have a family I need to get home to. And she's like, sir. She's like, you can never go back to that life again. And I was like, freaking the F out. Like just picturing Izzy, and just my life here, my family here, and just me being gone, just totally gone. I was like, it feels like a death dream kind of. That was really scary to think about that. And it's just like, it made me think when I woke up, I was like, damn, there is going to be a day that I'm just dead and I'm just gone. And just like, that's just it. You don't ever get to say bye. You don't get to say bye to anybody, or like that time is coming for all of us. Speaking of, I got those damn freaking fruit flies in my house. They are driving me crazy. This thing is about to get smacked up. Don't you fly in my mouth, son. So yeah, guys, that dream was horrible last night. Horrible. Man, it makes you think about some things in life for sure. You guys ever have bad dreams? I talked to my sister today about it too, because she's always had bad dreams too. And she says, yep, she still has them every night. Every freaking night she has those nightmares. Peachy says, I had a dream last night. I was peeing standing up. Laughing. I would have a dream like that any day of the week. That's what we do. That's what I do. So Marky posted a link to Kimmy's channel. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, please go check it out, guys. I think she's right around 200 subscribers, so go check her out. Check her out. They do. She does some unplanned live streams sometimes too. So it's not just only about addiction over there. They just kind of chill and chat about whatever you guys want to talk about. So I know here we kind of mostly only talk about addiction stuff, but hers is more like a talk about whatever you want to talk about type channel. KG Smith has an update. Wow. She says, Kevin, I've had no oral dose since Saturday and I'm doing fine. Awesome, KG. That is freaking badass. Badass, KG Smith. Congratulations. Doing just fine. So what was the last dose that you were taking, the oral dose that you were taking? And she says, Jeff is down to 3.5 a day of Norco 10. So perfect. That's a perfect starting point for him. 35 milligrams a day, because he was kind of messing around with 80, then he got down to 40, right? So he's chilling around 35, and that's a good jump start for him. So awesome. Congrats to him to get down to that dose, and shout out to you for getting off your oral doses. That's amazing, KG Smith. It's awesome to hear that. How's he doing on 3.5? How's he doing? And have you had any RLS at all? How does it feel to be free from the oral stuff? Does it feel amazing? Do you feel super different, or is it not that big of a deal to you? Or like, how are you feeling about that, KG? Kimmy says he commented on my channel last night too, Kevin. Oh, Sonny did? Yeah. He deleted the comment though, or like right after he posted it, but I saw it. So he must have known we were thinking about him, because we haven't seen him for a while. So Just Peachy says, thanks, Kimmy. That worked. Sim Seamer, who got the keys to my Beamer? It's funny. I sold my BMW and he got a new one. Lucky. Now I'm rocking a Hyundai. Rocking my Hyundai. Kimmy says, yes, we see your handsome face. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. Got me blushing over here. I can see you now. So she guessed it right. It was Child's Play. So Zach says he can see normal. Gotta get me out. Saw. Nope, it wasn't Saw. No, it was Chucky for sure. Phone. It's all good now. Okay. Just Peachy says, I just had the weirdest dream ever. Are you talking about the same dream that you just had mentioned? Are you talking about a different dream? You're not having dreams while you're awake over there, right, girl? Mikey, what's up, dude? What's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. How are things going for you, Mikey? Let us know. Good to see you, my man. Whoa, Mikey, how are you, friend? Mikey, I always kind of have to piece it together when people say that GTSY. So good to see you. That's what that means, right? Yeah, pancreatitis. So is that what causes that? Is it only from alcoholism, Kimmy, or how do people usually get that? I haven't looked into it, but it was, like I said, it was something. It's probably what you're saying. I know it was something with his pancreas, but I would have guessed that it would have been something with his liver. I'm trying to kind of bounce back and forth. Let's see. No, Kevin, but alcohol is a big cause of pancreatitis. Yeah, I know he had to have been drinking like hard liquor probably every night. That was my guess. I haven't talked to him for years, but that's kind of how it was for like the last, 15, 20 years before that. So I don't see why it would have been any different. Mikey says, how's everybody? How's everything? Everybody good? Got off half the meds. No opiates. My doctor wanted to give me new Nucinta, 50 milligrams. I said, why? What is Nucinta, buddy? What's that for? So how's all your pain stuff going, Mikey, without the opiates? That's awesome, man. Hopefully they got you popped and clicked into place. Kevin, the fruit flies are horrible. Yes, I know. What the heck? Does everybody have fruit flies this year? I don't know what the heck the problem is, but man, those things are freaking annoying. And we've got huge ass grasshoppers outside everywhere. There's huge grasshoppers. Like you can't even walk down my little back grass walkway. It's like a 5-foot grass walkway. It's stupid. Without being like 10 grasshoppers jumping right out in front of you. It's like, what the hell is going on here with these grasshoppers? They're huge. Kevin, I hate that you're having nightmares so often. I know. What the hell, man? Freaking rip off. Freaking rip off. Oh, now I see 2 fruit flies. Do you guys see that little thing? It's like floating right in front of the camera. I don't think you guys could probably see that, but if you see something floating around, that's what it is. They're so hard to kill too, especially when you're like in a darker room like this. I just don't want that thing to fly in my mouth. That will creep me out. KG says, I've been having nightmares too. Mine are someone is after me and my screams won't come out. That's interesting. My sister was just telling me she had a dream just like that recently too. It's weird though, guys. Sometimes I can wake myself up. Like I know I'm in a nightmare, right? And I can kind of scream myself to wake. It's like if I can identify I'm in a dream, I can wake myself up. I'm like, get me out of here. It's like that's kind of like the thought that I'm thinking to wake me up. I'm like, get me the F out of here. I'm like, try to wake myself up. And it's probably half the time I can wake myself up from a bad dream. So at least there's that, right? Mikey says, Marky, Kimmy, Big Kev. Yesterday I had terrified Thorazane, terrible drug. What's Thorazane? I've never heard of that. What's up with them Bears this year, Mikey? Damn. My Seahawks got beat down by the Bengals recently, so I probably can't say a whole lot, but that was crappy on Sunday. Seeing Seattle lose by, I think it was 3 points, 4 points. It was the weirdest dream ever. KG says, thanks, Kevin. You're my biggest cheerleader. I really don't feel different. That's awesome, KG. Awesome stuff. So I'm glad that you're not suffering with RLS. That's first and foremost, right? It's interesting that you were having RLS as you were tapering down your doses, but you didn't have it when you stopped taking that, right? Very interesting how different this stuff can be. Has anybody talked to Slow-Mo? How's he doing? Does anybody know? I know he jumped off Suboxone like a week ago now, probably somewhere around 7 days. Mikey says, I dreamed someone put a shot of morphine and I was in a straitjacket to see cockroaches all over. Oh, God. Ugh. You had a drug, a straitjacket, and cockroaches all in one dream. That had to have been pretty freaking scary. Yeah, these dreams, man, they can get brutal. Peachy says, I have a friend that's ready to detox, no income and no insurance. Anyone have any suggestions? I really want to help him get into an inpatient care. He's stuck on these blues out here and he's terrified. Yikes. Well, if he doesn't have income, why can't he get on state insurance? It should be free of charge for him. And then he can get, all the help he needs. If he doesn't have income, he should look into, what's it called, guys? I think it's different in every state, but it's called Medicaid or Medi-Cal or something like that. Medicare, something like that. I think every state has a different insurance. So anybody that's not working, you should look into getting state insurance because usually that stuff will pay for a lot of stuff like this. But yeah, he definitely, if he's out there, it's good that he wants help and he's out there on probably the fake blues, the fentanyl stuff. So really scary stuff. Let's see here. Also, he could maybe try reaching out to his local health department. Oftentimes they'll have a program. I think my local health department knew about a program where somebody coming from active addiction could have actually gotten paid money to take Sublocade. So not only was the Sublocade free, but he was getting paid. You would get paid. I didn't qualify for that because I wasn't in quote unquote active addiction to street drugs, right? So make some calls. I'm sure if he's without a job, he can definitely get some assistance out there. Electric shocks in the shoulders. What? Nucynta is a very strange opioid. I haven't heard about that. Yeah, I haven't heard about that at all. Yeah, I don't ever dream, so it was very off for me, but I just went down on subs from 1.25 tabs to 1 strip a day. Well, congratulations getting down to 1 strip a day. You'll probably likely start feeling better the lower the dose you get. That's been my experience with it. It's like your brain wants to tell you otherwise, but you'll start to feel better. You'll start to feel like a more even killed person the lower your dose gets. You'll be able to poop every day better. Your sex drive will start to improve, even for the ladies, right? What was the highest dose that you were on, Peachy? If you could let us know, were you on 2 strips a day, or what was the dose you were on? Very nice, Peachy. I'm always screaming in my bad dreams. Does your wife tell you that you actually scream, Marky, like in person, or is it just you're screaming in your sleep? I always wonder, like, because I can scream myself to wake. I'm like, I wonder if I'm actually screaming in from my mouth or if it's just in my head. And I always sleep alone, so it's like I don't have anybody to tell me. I can't sleep with someone in my bed. I just can't sleep like that. I have fruit flies in my plants. Oh, I don't even know where they come from. I thought they just come from fruit. I'm like, I've got some bananas downstairs. How the hell did they get in my house? It freaking sucks. Anthony says, at a tough spot right now. I don't believe my clinic offers Brixadi, and I really want to get off my oral 2 milligram subs. I really wish there were more long-term options for low bupe doses. There is, my friend, there is. It's called the Butrans patch. The Butrans patch. Anthony, I know you had to have heard me talk about this before, right? It seems like most doctors, if you're going to talk to them about the Butrans patch, there needs to be some sort of history of pain, chronic pain. So you might start talking to your doctor about that lower back pain that you've had, right? Or your shoulder pain. That might be a plant that you might start to water that plant if you're wanting to consider trying to get on Brixadi for helping you off of the last little bit of oral Suboxone. We're seeing KG Smith doing it right now. Some doctors out there are able to go off label and just say, okay, let's try it, right? Like it's just the same thing that's in Suboxone. It's bupe. It's just in a slower, steadier dose, right? So another thing, Anthony, on this comment, Brixadi is literally just barely hitting the markets right now. So you know, for many people who are interested in Brixadi, they're likely going to have to ask their doctor to talk to the drug rep to get that, because many doctors have never even heard of Brixadi, even still right now, right? Even though it's been out for like a month now. It'll probably take some time before the information starts to get out there, right? So if you guys are thinking about trying Brixadi or Sublocade, talk to your doctor, inform them that Brixadi is now on the market, and maybe say, hey, I'd like to try this if you haven't prescribed this to anybody yet. They should be able to easily get a prescription for that, right? So Kimmy says, Anthony, have you tried to taper down from 2 milligrams? Kevin, he was in my stream last night, but unsure how he is today. So we're talking about, you're talking about slow-mo now, right? Callie Love, what up, girl? What up? She says, man, I miss you guys. I work Wednesdays now. Oh, boo. I gotta I got a I got a cure for that, Callie. Just quit. There was a joke me and my buddies used to say back in the day. Like if there was like something that it was like any little thing that was off, you're like, fuck it, just quit. We actually did that one time when we were, me and Jerry were, gosh, we must have been 19, 20 years old, going to like an overnight warehouse job, and we did not want to go. And it was like an hour drive from our place. And we were heading to work, and I was like, dude, I don't want to do it. And he's like, I don't either. He said, fuck it, let's quit. So we just straight up quit right there. Turned the car around, went to bed. Man, overnight jobs are hard on the soul, right? Really hard on the body too, usually, because usually you're doing some kind of physical manual labor. Today is day 8 for slow-mo. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome, man. He's on a whole nother level with that stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Kelly Love, what up? KG says I had RLS four nights this month, but none after I stopped. Thank goodness. Wow, that is awesome, KG. Yeah, you got lucky on that one, right? Are you taking the clonidine or no? What about the RLS, the Highland stuff? You're probably not even needing either of those, right, KG? Anthony says, I've tried that in the past. I have been on bupe for just over 10 years. I got to 5 days off entirely in 2018, but I was also using heavy stimulants to manage my symptoms. Wow. Yeah, guys, I definitely don't recommend using stimulants at all, let alone heavy stimulants, if you're coming off of bupe, because it will really, really, really make you feel like this. You will become heavily reliant upon stimulants, and the crash from that is going to be an extra strength crash. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I would definitely recommend trying to steer away from stimulants, especially if you're doing a cold turkey type withdrawal from Suboxone. If possible, it will make this situation worse, in my opinion, if you do use stimulants. Because your body kind of already goes into like overdrive mode, right? That's why you have the insomnia and all the other crap going on. You're like super manic, and then you throw in some heavy duty stimulants on top of that already manic, super energized, can't sleep. Like, just not a good combo, in my opinion. Maybe look into Burton's, Anthony. Or Butrans, she says. I was like, what's Burton's? Those Blues are taking over Arizona. They're taking over everywhere, Callie. They're everywhere. And that actually reminds me, I made a video. I need to post. You just reminded me. I have a video going over and showing people what fake blues look like and how to identify them, because I feel like there's a lot of opiate addicts out there that don't know they're actually on fentanyl and taking these fake drugs. Like, I think there's a lot of people that are in that situation. So I have a video that's recorded. I just haven't put it out for whatever reason. I actually have kind of a lot of videos that are recorded that I don't know why I haven't made them public yet. Like, you guys seen the one I put out not too long ago, the like review of FMD's, one of the videos he did. And I literally made that video like 6 months ago. So I need to start putting out shorter videos for sure. That's like long overdue for me to do that. But do you have some friends or something that are on the fake blues, Callie, or what's up with that? I'll definitely bring that up to him. Yes, the fake ones. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in a vulnerable spot right now. So hopefully he can get some assistance. You know, he should be able to, for sure. Yeah, guys, if you're out there and you're not working, man, you're likely missing out on free health coverage. Honestly, you really probably, in most states, that's probably this scenario. I think a lot of people don't know that. Bears, after Ditka left in 1989, they don't have the defense after the Brian. That's Brian, right? Olratcher days. they went to the Super Bowl versus the Colts, and then after that, Kevin, the Bears suck. Yeah, man, it's been rough. I feel you, brother. I feel you. Hopefully, better things to come. I seen their the one win they had this year. I think that's one win. Is that freaking bug again? And they were looking really good. So I was like, shit, maybe they're not that bad after all. But then I don't think they've won since, right? They only have one win, I'm pretty sure, maybe two. I tell you one thing: if my Seahawks lose this Sunday to the Cardinals, I'm gonna freaking blow it. I'm gonna blow it. Let's see here. Marky says, sounds like grunting when I'm asleep. You don't have sleep apnea, do you, Marky? I was reading something today about if people are having basically chronic bad dreams or nightmares, it could be a sign of like a sleep apnea type of thing, right? So I know I've had sleep apnea in the past. I don't think I have it now, but I don't know. There's often times where I'm like almost always stuffy at night. Do you guys get stuffy at night when you're sleeping too? And then your mouth starts to get dry, and then you got to wake up to pee and then like clear myself out. It's just a pain in the butt. Man, sleeping sucks when you get older. Do you guys notice that? Like every year that goes by, like sleep gets a little bit worse. So if you guys are older and you're still sleeping good, be thankful, because damn, man, my experience after turning 30, it's like my sleep just went downhill every year. Every year it got a little bit worse. I'm not sure why that is, but I had a dream once about you, Kevin, Marky, and Tara. Laugh out loud. It was very strange. Yeah, probably because we talk a lot on here. I told him about your channel. I'm hoping he checks it out. Yes, hopefully he does. If you see him in here, let us know. Oh my God, that would be a miracle. Marky, it was entirely respectable, and I wouldn't admit it if it wasn't anyways. Kev likes to watch. I like to watch what? Mikey says, I'm fighting every day. My body shakes. My body shakes a ton of tons of tremors from this pain. So you're still having lots of pain. You're just kind of fighting through it, Mikey, is what it sounds like. Mikey, my dude, well, got to get you off everything, kind of like a do-over, like a reset. It's good to see you in here, Mikey. It seems like you haven't been on a live stream for a while, brother. It's good to see you in here, though, buddy. I know you're probably busy. Let's see here. I started at 2 strips a day. I went to 2 tabs a day because the strips were costing me what? $6 a piece? The tabs were $2, but now that I'm down to 1, it's more affordable, even though it's still $4 a piece. I like the strips better. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, you can get the generic Bupe tabs for, I've heard, like $1 or $2 each, the 8 milligram ones. That's what I've heard. Are you guys seeing the same thing for the generics in your area? Also, it's to be noted too that the strips, they have a higher bioavailability rate, right? Percentage, which means that for every 8 milligrams you take, you're actually getting more than you would if you were to take the tablets, right? So you could look at that one of two ways, right? You could kind of look at that as good, or you could look at that as maybe not so good. Basically meaning that the amount of bupe that gets in your blood will be higher with the films than it is with the tablets. PG, you should still find a relatively easy to go lower, so don't be afraid to try. Think of all the money you'll save. I've never heard of it before I met you. Definitely going to be bringing it up to the doc. Yes. Yeah, there's many times, guys, that your doctor will actually learn from you, right? From the research that you do right here on this channel or right here on somebody else's channel, right? There's lots of information out there. Not every doctor knows about all these different things. Mikey says, Marky, I'm off antipsychotics, muscle relaxer only on Valium 5 times a day, three times a day. French guy says, you convinced me to get on Suboxone 2 years ago and convinced me to get my first Sublocade shot 3 hours ago. Suboxone saved my life and my wallet, and I hope that Sublocade is the beginning of the end. Thank you. Wow, that's a badass comment. Thank you for sharing, and wow, I really appreciate you posting that. That's awesome. So it sounds like you were on Suboxone for 2 years. Did you try tapering off, or was it too hard? How did your Suboxone experience go for 2 years? If you could let us know, French guy. I love that comment. He says, I took my last Suboxone 2 days ago and got my shot today. I'm starting to feel better now. So I got a couple more questions for you, French guy. Hopefully you're still in here. I know this was like 15 minutes ago he says this, but what was the dose of Suboxone that you were on, and what dose of Sublocade did your doctor put you on? And I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better now. So that's awesome. Hopefully you're not struggling with the oral addiction part of it. Mikey says, my doctors do seem to care. So it sounds like Mikey's got some good doctors finally. That's awesome. Good to hear, Mikey. Good to hear, buddy. What are the shakes and tremors from, Mikey? Marky, thanks. I'm definitely all for it, but my doctor doesn't seem to want me to taper too fast. I think because of my anxiety and depression. Yeah, you definitely don't want to rush a taper, especially if you have other issues other than just addiction, right? If you have anxiety and depression, you might really want to kind of slow that taper down. Let your body adjust as you lower your dose, right? And then only when you're feeling comfortable and smooth and ready is the key word for the next drop, that's when you should do that. Obviously, slow and steady, especially towards the last part, right? Mikey says, I just continue to pray for you all, not me first, but people. Yes. And Marky, the antipsychotics are messing up my mind. All the years since 1998, I tried tons of antidepressants. You name it, I took it. Wow, Mikey. Dude, Mikey, you should write a list one day of all the different drugs you've tried. I'm curious, like how many different drugs that you've tried over the years. I wonder how many it would be. Looking for videos about PWS and how long it takes to go away and how to get through them. My friend is scared that's what's going to happen because I hear the blues store in fat cells. Oh, I wouldn't think about it like that. Yeah, if you talk about stuff and think about stuff like that, then it's going to just make it that much harder in your mind, right? Just take that shit one day at a time. Some people say that they don't even ever get the pause, if that's what you're talking about. Callie says, I have family in Phoenix and it's bad out there. So many homeless and everyone on blues. Wow, that's so freaking sad. Dude, somebody know if it's okay to take hot baths on Sublocade? Yes, it's totally fine. I want to take one during the first week, but I can't find any information about that. Yes, you can take all the hot baths you want, my friend. You can even get in the sauna if you want to. Just the only thing you really need to be careful with on your first week of Sublocade is to not like do some kind of like ab crunches or some shit like that, or something that pushes against the depot really hard. You kind of want to leave it alone. It'll probably be sore for the first, 4, 5, 6 days. Mikey, I hate to see it hurting, bud. I'll keep fighting. That's it. Yep, that's all you can do, right, bud? One day at a time, brother. Mikey, I've tried tons of antidepressants too, and the weirdest thing is I feel like Suboxone helps so much for me anyways. That's interesting. So I've had 2 different prescriptions for antidepressant or antidepressants, however you want to say that. And I never took either of them just because I was too worried that it was just going to be one more thing that I wasn't going to be able to come off in the future. So I literally still have both full prescriptions, and I just never took them. I'm just too afraid. I have heard you mention the patch. I mentioned to ask my doctor about that, but I forgot. Yeah, so always guys, if you have questions that you think you might forget, make a little notes calendar in your phone that you bring up every time you go to see your doctor, cuz that will happen to many of you. It's happened to me. And so from now on, I always make a list of questions that pop in my head before any doctor's appointment, no matter what kind of doctor's appointment it is. If it's the dentist, right? If you have questions about your teeth, put them down in a note and make sure you bring up and ask the doctor all the questions that you have, right? And probably record that too, because you'll likely forget if you're going to have like a lengthy conversation with somebody about whatever you're talking about. It's good to record that to go back and reflect on that. Obviously, make sure you let them know you're recording it. Peachy, because Suboxone causes dopamine stimulation. Your brain stops producing enough of its own because it's getting it from the bupe. So wait, is she talking to anyone? Let's see. Is she talking to? Oh no, she's talking to. Okay, so I was getting a couple of people confused there. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go ahead and thank the sponsors of the week. Let me pull them up now, guys. As you see, they are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And that says, shout out to the sponsors of the week. Mikey is the sponsor of the week. He sent a huge $200 super sticker on the replay crew. Shout out to the replay crew. Thank you very, very much, Mikey. I appreciate the love, my friend. And it's really good to see you in here chatting with us today. So hopefully things continue to improve for you, Mikey. Hopefully your Bears can get a win sometime soon. And I just really got to say thank you very much, Mikey. I appreciate the love, my friend, and the consistency as well. I appreciate that. Also, KG Smith, super shout out to KG Smith. She sent a donation, guys, on this. We didn't even do a Sunday stream, and she still sent a donation via Cash App. So super shout out to you, KG Smith. As always, she is always showing some love to this channel, and I really, really do appreciate you big time. And congratulations for dropping that oral dose, KG. And shout out to Jeff, if he hears this ever, for him working on his taper to opiates. So shout out to you guys. Also, Kimmy B, as always, Kimmy B showing love to this channel. Thank you very much, Kimmy B. Great to see you in here, guys. If you didn't know, Kimmy has her own channel. You can simply find it by typing Kimmy's Playhouse. She just hit right around the 200 subscriber mark, and she does a lot of live streams over there, guys. So make sure that you go check out her channel. You'll see me on her channel watching all the time as well. And you'll see a lot of people from this crew over on her channel. So if you like the people we got here, then you'll like it on Kimmy's channel as well, right, guys? So go check out her channel, and shout out to you, Kimmy B. I appreciate the love, girl. Also, Cameron showing some love on the Cash App. Kingdom Within showed some love on the Super Chat replay crew. Shout out to you, Kingdom Within. And Marky Rizzo. I appreciate that, guys. Remember that your donations are what make it possible for this channel to grow. This live stream will never be monetized. I will never make a penny from this live stream, thanks to the YouTubes not liking channels like this. So if you value this channel and you would like to show your support, you can do so at the Venmo or the Cash App links that are on the screen now, baby. Catch my breath for a moment. We just had the first super chat come through of today. Kimmy B sends a whopper $40 Cash App donations. Shout out to you, Kimmy B. As we were just talking about you, I appreciate you. Let me fire up the jet once again. Kimmy B, make it loud. Woo! Kimmy B dropping bombs over here, guys. Dropping bombs. And Marky just posted a link to Kimmy's channel, and he says viewer discretion is advised. I love that. That is hilarious shit right there. That is awesome. Yeah, they talk about some random stuff over there on Kimmy's channel, which is what makes it so great. It's not just only talking about Suboxone and Sublocade and Kratom and stuff like that. They talk about all sorts of different stuff over there, guys. So really great group of people over there. So go over there, check out her channel. Make sure that you let her know that Kevin sent you if you hear this on the replay crew. And hopefully we'll see you guys on one of her live streams as well. So shout out to you, Kimmy B. Thanks for showing love as always. Let's see if she sent a comment with that. She says, thanks for being you. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. Doesn't look like you got those emoji things figured out yet, huh? All right, let's get back to the comments here, babies. Where the hell was I at? Let's see, we've been going for 57 minutes now, guys. We've got 14 people up in here, and I think this thing must be broken. So it says we only have 2 likes on this video. That's not right, guys? Hopefully that's not right. Let me refresh this baby real quick, see what we're really at. There's no way. We only have 2 likes on this video, guys. We need some more people to smash that like button. There we go. 3. We need some more, guys. Come on, smash that puppy. And then we'll see the other people showing up once we get those likes up, because damn, those likes they're like way. There we go, guys. 6 likes. Come on, give me 2 more, guys. Give me 2 more likes. Smash that puppy. We need 2 more likes. We're at 6, guys. 7. We need 1 more like. There's 1 more person. Come on, smash that puppy. Bang it. You can do it. Put your back into it. There we go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Wow, I thought that thing was broken. Likes haven't been that low for probably more than a year. Let's see here. All right, where the heck was I at here? I'm gonna try to reach someone tomorrow to ask about the patch. So just a heads up with that then, Anthony. And for anybody else considering the Butrans patch to get off of low dose Suboxone, right? You need to be at least 2 milligrams or lower, or else the dosing just won't really work out too well. Also, you likely need to have some sort of history about some sort of pain problems that you might be having. Like I said, there are certain doctors who are willing to hear out the reasoning as to why you want to try the Butrans patch, and you would just explain to them that it's the same exact medication, Bup, that's in Suboxone, and that you're having trouble tapering off of Suboxone because you have to control your own dose, right? With the patch, you don't have to control your dose. You just put the damn patch on and let the thing do its work, right? So you might have to kind of talk your doctor into it in a way, right? I actually seen a comment, somebody's let me see if I can pull it up, guys. They basically told me, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that no doctor on earth would prescribe Butrans patch for somebody who has had addiction issues. I was like, you clearly don't know what the hell you're talking about, son. I wonder if I can find it. Let's see, guys. I want to read what it says. I was like, yeah, you haven't been around the channel very long, have you? Where is it here? Let me just read a couple other comments I have here that I wanted to respond to. Papia Sabina says, can Brixadi help me get off of Suboxone? I read it has more than just 2 dosages like Sublocade, which did not work for me. And so, yes, that is true. Brixadi has many more doses than Sublocade did, but I'm questioning what you meant by Sublocade didn't work for you. What is it that didn't work? It didn't work because the doses weren't right, and so your doctor wouldn't prescribe it, or you actually took the shots and something went wrong with it? So that's kind of more questions I would have for that person. Ace Soul says, so glad I'm off these pressed pills. 54 days sober now. Super shout out to you, Ace Soul, however you say your name. That is absolutely incredible. 54 days off of those fake Roxy 30s. Very, very proud of that individual. Let's see here. I really want to find that comment about the Butrans patch, because here's a Kratom horror story. I've been on Kratom for 3 years, and I take over 60 grams per day, or 120 capsules of Kratom per day. Good Lord. Wish I never touched this stuff. My withdrawals are the worst ever if I'm even on Kratom for 4 to 5 hours. I'm actually looking into safely taking Suboxone to get off of Kratom. People are highly uneducated on how dangerous and how dark of a hole Kratom can take you. I would know. That's crazy, guys. That's really scary. Oh, where's that Butrans comment? Jesse says, my doctor won't squirt out some of the shot. So some doctors are going to be that way, guys. And I understand why. It's an expensive medication. And you're definitely going what they call off label. If your doctor is willing to squirt out some of the shot to quote unquote taper you, not every doctor will be willing to do that, guys. Oh, where is that comment? This person says, I don't think going straight to Sublocade would be a good idea. I think being on subs gives you a more controllable protocol to test for reactions to the medication. If you went straight to Sublocade and had issues, they would have to cut the depot out. Okay. And so I corrected this individual. I said, you can't go straight to Sublocade for that exact reason. You have to be steady on Suboxone, which is butte, same as Sublocade, for at least 7 to 10 days before you can get the shot. So if you guys didn't know, that's the process and that's how it goes. Yeah, I would definitely not recommend anybody to go just from straight up opiate addiction to the Sublocade shot. You need to get steady on Suboxone to make sure that you don't have any allergic reactions to the medication, right? I can't find that Butrans freaking comment. Dang it. And of course, I'm all the way back to like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but basically somebody said, response status. It might take me too long to find this, guys. Let me try a couple more things real quick. Here we go. I found it. Ooh, it looks like they replied to me too, and I haven't seen this yet. So let's go ahead and find out what they said this time. So the first comment here, this is from Jason Brown. So I appreciate the comments, guys, even though some of the comments are a bit off and sometimes people don't understand exactly what's going on. I still appreciate the comments. Just keep it respectful. So Jason Brown says, no doctor in their right mind would give Butrans patch to somebody who has admitted addiction. Forget the liability. You ain't getting it. Well, that's not true, good sir. That's not true. I said, I'm sorry, sir, but you have no idea what you're talking about. He says, you can't use it, my friend. You tried the same conversation with Dr. B. You ain't getting it. What? Butrans is indicated for pain only, controlled substances, no off label. He was being polite to you last time. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but there are plenty of people who watch this channel that have been on or are on Butrans and that have openly admitted to having addiction issues. So I don't know what you're talking about, but we've heard from people in the past and in the current present that what you say is incorrect. So I just wanted to I'm going to go ahead and respond to them because they probably won't ever hear this. Did I ever talk to Dr. B about the Butrans patch? I don't remember that. But this person must not know that, and it could be a troll too, guys. So I'm not ruling that out, but this person must not know that Bupe in general was originally created for pain as well. It's the same damn medication, right? No off label. That's wrong. Doctors do off label stuff every freaking day. Sorry, guys, I'm so far behind the comments. I just wanted to kind of touch on a few comments, and I appreciate those who have smashed the like button since I had asked. We're at 11 likes on the video, and look at that. When more people came in here, we're up to 15 people in the live stream. Yes, I'm way behind the comments. I'm going to do my best to kind of scroll through them and get caught up to you guys. Peachy says, I was getting the tabs for $2.50, the generic ones, $6 a strip, where the brand ones I get now are $4 for the generic. So $4 for a generic strip. So Marky says 75 days left in the great Bupe Exodus. It's not too late to get in on the action. Mikey says 13 years with bipolar 1 is intense. Yeah, dude, bipolars, that's hard stuff to navigate that. So I know that that's got to have some pretty good challenges, especially if you're throwing addiction into the mix, right? French guy says I went from 18 milligrams at first and I went down to 4. At 4 milligrams, I was getting withdrawal symptoms every day before taking my doses. What? I went up to 6 milligrams. I was okay for a while, but I started to take more sometimes. Okay, well, thanks for sharing that. I don't think you told us, though, what dose of Sublocade you started on. I'm assuming it was the 300 milligram shot. Out of Fear Gang, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Says, yo, what's up, dude? Have you had anyone switch from methadone to Sublocade? So to do that, you would have to first switch to Suboxone. Out of Fear Gang, you would have to switch on Suboxone for at least a week. As I was just talking about just a few minutes ago, you have to make sure that you're not going to have some sort of weird reaction to the bute. So from everything that I've heard from people who've switched from methadone to Suboxone, it's basically like you need to just taper you down to somewhere around, I don't think you have to do this, but ideally you'd be somewhere around 30 milligrams or below of methadone. And then you will start to do the Bernese method, they call it, and just slowly take a little bit of Suboxone and let the methadone come out as you get a little bit more Suboxone in your system, right? So you would definitely need to be steady on Suboxone before a doctor will give you Sublocade, from everything that I've researched. And remember too, guys, that now they have Brixadi that is on the market. So that's also another different option for the shots. And it should be a little bit cheaper to get the Brixadi shot as far as insurance costs goes. So I'm like 25 minutes behind in the comments, guys. If you're wondering why I'm so far behind, I'm just trying to catch up to y'all. So 1 month ago, I got back to 8 milligrams and I stopped taking more. Oh, here's the comment about the dose. Okay, for the shot. I was always thinking about it. So I asked for the shot. I took the 300 milligram shot. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're somewhere around 6-8 milligrams, then yeah, the 300 milligram shot is the best bet for you for sure. So I'm glad to hear that things are going well for you, my friend. Hopefully it's not costing you much money. Guys, I don't think it's worth paying a whole bunch of money for Sublocade. If you're having to pay for it out of pocket every month, I don't think it's worth it unless you're rich. And that's a totally different situation. But for your general average, normal day-to-day working person, I don't suggest paying for Sublocade out of pocket. I don't think it's worth the cost. I think it's a great tool and a great medication, but let the insurance pay for it, guys, if you've got the insurance, because it's expensive. Yeah, Peachy, I thought you were referring to pause. And that just reminds me, just to touch on more about what I was just talking about. There is somebody that was telling us that they basically paid like $5,000 for, I think, 2 shots out of their own pocket. And I don't think it's worth doing that, guys. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that. Again, unless you're like a millionaire, that's different. Started losing my hair. How about, guys? I can, the list you, Kevin. If you're starting to lose your hair, Mikey, just shave that shit, baby. Feels good to have a clean shaved head every day. I didn't take Suboxone for 2 days before my shot because I took too much. I was surprised to see that I was feeling okay before my shot. I think that realizing that will help me with the oral addiction. Yeah, I mean, that 300 milligram shot will provide you with more than enough bube. So you should definitely not be running into any sort of withdrawal. So don't let your brain trick you into thinking that. My baby. It's kind of fun to read through some old comments on here. I haven't done that for a while. Oh, whoa, woo, woo. Kimmy says, laugh out loud, Marky. I've been very appropriate on the live streams as of late. I'm getting boring. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Says, losing the moment where I take my subs and feel better is the part that I was scared of. Yeah, I mean, there could be the Sublocade void is what I always refer to it as, right? It can be an adjustment for your brain and body to get used to not having that ritual of when you would take your Suboxone. Some people have triggers of, some people will take their Suboxone the exact same time of day or at the exact same location, or, whatever the ritual is, it could be a little bit of an adjustment for some people. Some people can knock it right out of the park day one and not look back. But hopefully you got rid of your oral, whatever you had left of your oral stuff. Because if not, then your brain will trick you at some point in the future to thinking that you need it, right? Let's see here. What's up, Kevo? I don't think anybody's called me Kevo. So Kimmy does her streams on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings Eastern time, baby. I've been taking subs for so long now. Should I just wait to take my doses until I'm not feeling good, or should I just take it as normal? That really kind of depends on a lot of different things, actually. I always just say, generally speaking, I don't think it's a good idea and remember, guys, this is not medical advice. I don't give medical advice. But I don't think it's a good idea for anybody who has less than a year of straight sober time to even think about coming off Suboxone. So I don't know your situation, Peachy. But obviously talk to your doctor and see what they say. But just from my experience, I think that somebody should have at least a good year of sober time before they try tapering off their Suboxone, especially these days with all the fake fentanyl pills, especially if you were taking fentanyl, right? Because it could be so freaking risky. You could really be risking your life if you go from trying to rush off Suboxone and then you relapse and you go out there and take that, fentanyl that's out there these days. That stuff can kill you just like that. So yeah, I think if you have a good year plus sober time, then you've been tapering. I think Peachy said she's down to 2 milligrams, was it? So when I started tapering my Suboxone, yeah, the best way for me to do it was to just push myself until I started to get uncomfortable. Then I just take a little bit and just, don't take your whole dose for the day, and then just push yourself as far as you can again until you start to feel uncomfortable or off or anxious or whatever it is. It's different for everybody. And then just take a little bit, another little dose. I remember not too long ago, Marky said that he was taking just 1 milligrams per dose, I think once or twice a day. And that's a really good idea for people who are wanting to get off. Take the smallest little bit of a dose and just push yourself as far as you can, right? So there we go. We got some more people stopping here now that people smash the like button. We're at 12 likes, guys. 17 people in here hanging out. Please smash the like and let other people know we are in here. How do I know when my body is ready to taper? So ideally things are going well and you're not feeling like an emotional wreck. You don't have a whole bunch of drama stuff going on in life. Things are pretty smooth and you've got that year plus of clean time. That's usually when it's a pretty good idea to consider tapering. Obviously, like I just said, though, talk to your doctor first to make sure. First thing I do is like the video. That's what I like to see right there. I like the likes. Yeah, I mean, if you can stay busy like that and just keep yourself busy, that's usually the best way to kind of help your taper along. If you're sitting there watching the clock all day and you've got, reminders, alarm clocks going off to tell you it's time to dose, that's going to make it a little bit more challenging to get that little devil off your shoulder, right? But if you can keep yourself busy all day, chances are half the day will go by and you'll be like, oh, I don't even feel like I need my dose yet. I'm good. Let's just keep going. And then you'll start to have like positive dopamine because you're accomplishing something, right? You're making progress. So you'll start to feel happy about it. Justin says, stay away from the kratom. So Mikey says, Kevin, into all in 98, it was Zoloft, severe dehydration, Ativan. Then 99 was Paxil. The withdrawals, like a weird, colorful dreams, are in 2000, Lexapro, Prozac, Remeron. I've never heard of Remeron. Effexor, Celexa. I put more. Damn. Yeah, you've been on quite a bit of different stuff there, Mikey. Damn, that's a lot, bro. So Cassidy, what's up? Cassidy says, I got on the Sublocade shot after watching you. I get my second shot on Friday. I heard it's a nice transition to get off without withdrawals. I can't wait to get off and end this part of my life. So good to see you in here, Cassidy. Hopefully the Sublocade journey is going well for you. As far as just getting off without any withdrawals, I don't know about that. Depends on how many shots you take, but we're hearing that there are more people that have experienced some withdrawals coming off of Sublocade. I don't say that to freak anybody out. I'm just saying that looking back and talking to different people and hearing more information coming in, some people are having some issues coming off of Sublocade after many months, right? So it's not like that for everybody, but some people are having problems with that. So we'll let you guys know once we get more information and other people share their stories with us. It seems like the people that just take the doses as recommended and they have a decent amount built up in their system, it seems like those people are the ones that kind of do better with it as far as over the long haul. So I don't know, guys. We'll find out as more information comes in. But yeah, there are some people that say that they've had zero withdrawals, but then there are some people that say that they have had withdrawals. But it seems like the people that took the lower, that tried to do like the one and done type of deal, those are the ones that usually run into issues. And it makes sense, right? Sublocade wasn't made to really be used as a one and done type of deal. Mikey says, I can read a book, The Hell with Panic Attacks Without Triggers, from 98 to 2010. Panic attacks are scary. I've only had a few in my life, but man, it's like I literally can't breathe, but I can breathe, right? It's like, why can I not breathe when I can breathe just fine? Please make a video about that. My boyfriend got me kratom thinking it would help my back pain, and I've tried to tell him I can't take it, and he just doesn't understand. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to be taking Suboxone and kratom at the same time. I would say just stick with one or the other, and in my opinion, I think Suboxone is the better alternative if you have to choose, just generally speaking, and not everybody agrees with me on that, and that's okay. But yeah, I mean, kratom can definitely help with pain for sure, but it's just the half-life is so short that it works fast and then it goes away fast, and then you want to take more because it worked. Somebody who's talking ish on the internet? No way. You don't say. I took my first Sublocade shot 2 months ago after seeing you and others' journey. Was Suboxone for 4 years before that. So far, have not felt anything different other than I sweat like when I was first on subs, I think you meant to say. What's up, Barb? Thanks for sharing. Good to see you in here. We're seeing some new people in here, guys. See what happens when we hit the like button. It brings new people to the channel. So good to see that, Barb. Good to see. Hopefully things go smooth for you with the Sublocade journey. Good to see. Let us know. Keep us in the loop. Remember that we're here every Wednesday talking about this stuff. So keep us in the loop going forward. Somebody I really want to hear from, Roberta, where you at, girl? How you doing? Let us know. Let us know if you hear this on the replay crew, Roberta. Want to hear how you're doing. Mikey says, I'm going to make a video on my channel one day and only. I have 38 subscribers. My cognitive is off, guys. Let us know when you put out that video, Mikey. And that's a good question, Marky. Marky says, has anybody heard from Sivan? No. Sivan, where the hell you at, girl? Check in, girl. We need your check in. Kimmy hasn't heard from her either. Hopefully she's doing okay. I know she moved not too long ago. I know that can be really stressful. Speaking of moving, I know, I think FMD, didn't he move to STL, right? Is he there for good now? Does anybody know? Hopefully he's doing okay over there. Let's see here. Getting on subs allowed me to finish studying, so now I have good insurance, and the shot cost me $90, and I'm supposed to get a refund for that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, guys. Yeah, if Sublocade is really cheap like that, like that's really cheap, right? That is definitely worth trying Sublocade, right? If it's something that you got to pay $1,000 or $2,000 a month for, it's not worth it. Let's see here. Anthony says, I got to thank you for sharing your knowledge, man. I've hit a wall in my recovery this year. I quit my 5-year alcohol binge about 6 months ago. Congratulations on that. I recently found your channel and it's given me a lot of hope. So that is awesome. Congratulations. I was talking about how alcohol really screwed my brother's health up. And so, yeah, alcohol is no joke, guys. I hope anybody that's out there struggling with alcoholism, I hope you can find your way off. And remember that they have medications to help you. I've been seeing a lot of commercials. What's it called, guys? Isn't it just naltrexone, right? Yeah, naltrexone can really help people stop the addiction to alcohol. So look into it if you've tried to get off yourself and haven't been able to. So many people have struggled with alcohol drinking too much. My doctor told me to call him if the shot is not enough so he can prescribe me a couple of 2 milligrams. Nah, you won't need it, but I'll try to stay calm and not listen to my brain if I only get mental issues. Yeah, you'll be totally fine, French guy. You just have to get used to feeling normal, right? You're not going to feel the highs and lows like you did with the oral dosing. So just let your body, every day that goes by, you're going to get more and more used to that steady state and you won't even feel it. And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, the goal with Sublocade, guys, is to not feel it. You do not want to feel it kick in like you do with Suboxone, right? And that should be the goal, I think, in my opinion, with Suboxone too. You want to take the lowest amount that keeps you out of withdrawal and keeps your cravings away, right? You don't want to take a big dose and then you feel this huge emotion and you feel this huge fogginess or you get this huge rush of energy, right? Because that means it's going to be the reverse of that when you come off. So always try to take the lowest dose possible, whatever makes you feel normal. You want to feel as steady and normal as you can with this stuff. Kindly move your finger over to the like button, pretty please. My chair falling on. Yes, please do. Please do. And we're only at 12 likes, guys. Way behind on the likes on this video. Hurt my heart over here with these 12 likes. Gently, it's attached. Marky's so tired. I got to go hit the gym here in a little bit. Oh, did I get caught up? I did. Woo-wee. Or wait, did I? What the hell's going on here? I think the comments might be jamming up. You guys still hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Everything's okay. Yeah, it seems like the comments stopped. Uh-oh. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you still hear me. Hopefully we didn't have an issue. It's like I'm seeing some comments on one screen and none on the other. So it's like something seems off. Oh, wow. That's way behind. Okay. Let me refresh this real quick. Won't you be my neighbor? Okay, so Anthony can still hear me. Kimmy can still hear me. All right. So the comments are just like it was only refreshing on one screen. When I talked to my doctor about it, he wanted to taper me by a half a week. I'm not down for that. A half of what per week? A half of a milligram or a half of a strip or what? So, Peachy, that was you earlier that said you're on 2 or wait. I'm starting to get people mixed up now. Peachy, are you on 2 milligrams or are you the person that was on like 1.25 strip or something like that? Give me a quick reminder if you could. Can we call him STLD? Anthony says, at 2 milligrams sub, I still notice definite highs. I could almost start to nod off. What? If you're nodding off of 2 milligrams, then yeah, I would lower your dose very soon. You should not be nodding off like that, guys. That means that your dose is really high for you. Maybe start splitting your dose up, Anthony. Maybe like try a half of a milligram in the morning, and I bet you'll be just fine. Yeah, guys, you should definitely not be nodding off on any dose of Suboxone, let alone only 2 milligrams. That's kind of concerning, honestly. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Do any of you guys relate to what Anthony just said? You nod off. I mean, damn, I didn't even do that when I was taking like 16 milligrams at once. Even with coffee, I've heard it's stronger somehow in lower doses. So some people will say, they'll say it for different reasons, right? But some people say, even like with kratom, they'll say, the lower the dose, you get different effects, and then the higher the dose, you get different type effects. Sometimes it's like that for people on Suboxone too. That's why sometimes people say less is more with Suboxone. That's kind of, I think, what they mean. Also, let's see. Yes, we hear you. But yeah, I mean, if you're nodding off, are you taking any other medications? That doesn't sound right to me. Something sounds off with that. I've never, I don't know. Give us some more information if you can. And shout out to KG Smith, showing love up in here once again, guys. Send a $25 Cash App. Shout out to you, KG Smith. I appreciate the love and the consistency. You are incredible. Let's go ahead and fire up the sponsor jet, guys. Dropping the sponsor bomb, baby. Oh boy. Drop that bomb. KG Smith, always showing love up in here. Shout out to you, KG Smith. We are really, really happy that you got off the oral dosing of Suboxone. We're very, very proud of you, KG Smith. What's the move from here, KG? Kind of chill out for a little bit, then maybe start lowering your patches, or what are you thinking? How are you feeling? I bet Dr. Chris Park will be happy to hear that you got off the oral stuff. So I'm really happy to hear this. She says, thank you for helping me. You are welcome, KG Smith. Thanks for always being up in here with us, even though sometimes you're working. She's still listening up in here. Really dedicated to this channel, so I appreciate that. I also look forward to hearing about how Jeff's stuff goes as well. So hopefully he can just chill out at 35 milligrams for a little bit and then pop down to 30 next. Next stop, 30 milligrams. Kimmy says, yes, we hear you. Still hear you. I've never nodded in my life. So yeah, guys, I mean, I've never nodded on Suboxone at any dose. The highest I think I ever took in one day was like 24 milligrams. I was definitely trying to chase that, but I'd never succeeded in that. It was just a zombie feeling more than anything, right? The only times I've nodded off is when I was taking high doses of Roxy's, the blue 30s, the real blue 30s back in the day. Back in, I think 2017 is the last time I've ever nodded off, right, from opiates. And that was just before I found Suboxone. But yeah, guys, I'm hoping that her definition, or Anthony's definition of nodding, is different than what I'm thinking. Because what I'm thinking is like, your heart's about to stop. This damn bug. My clinic only gives me the pills, unfortunately. I was getting strips and taking 1.5 to 1.75. Mother effer. 1.75 milligrams, but had to raise my dose due to insurance BS. I mean, you had to raise your dose, but did you actually have to? You see what I'm saying? You might have to raise your dose to them, but you don't always have to raise your dose to you, if you get what I'm saying. But people have taken the pills and chopped them up into tiny, tiny, tiny pieces, guys. Just a quick reminder, if nobody has seen the video, there's a video of my buddy Zach when he was tapering. He tapered down to, this is not an exact number, but it's close. He had 1 8 milligram pill cut up into 1,300. That's 1,300 doses, guys. It was such a small dose that he got out a diamond scale and measured a crumb. So you can definitely still taper even if you're on 8 milligram pills or tablets or whatever, however you want to call them, right, guys? So, yeah. So you can get creative, and there's different ways. I've heard some people say that they do a liquid dosing. Somehow you can turn the stuff into a liquid. I have no idea how you would do that, or even if that's recommended. But there's different ways you can get creative to taper yourself if you're stuck on just the pills. You can definitely get out a razor blade, or you can ask your what's the pharmacist if they can cut the pills for you. They have little pill cutters, I believe, and they'll usually be able to get them chopped up into pretty small little pieces. Peachy says, Kev, do you do TikTok lives? I've never even seen TikTok. I don't even know what that looks like. So no, I don't do any social media. I mean, the only thing I have is YouTube. I don't do anything else. YouTube already takes up more time than I need it to. So I don't have any time for any other social media, unfortunately. I don't know how people can do all of the different like have Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and whatever else there is. Snapchat, like how is that possible? How are there that many hours in a day to where somebody can keep up with all that and still work? Mikey says in 2022, the tablets made me nod off as well with the 8 milligram tablets. Damn, dude. Wow. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever heard anybody talking about nodding off with the Suboxone. I think that's the first time I've ever heard this. So Anthony says it's strange. I get very drowsy in the morning, and before I dose, I'm getting noticeable withdrawal. I'm taking 300 milligram gabapentin once daily, but it's far after my bupe dose. Wow. So yeah, it sounds like, yeah, you would be a really good. I think you'd be a really good candidate for the Butrans patch then, because it's going to give you that steady dose, right? It's not going to be the boom, hit you all at once type of thing. But yeah, if I was you and it 2 milligrams was hitting me that strong, I would definitely at bare minimum spread it out to take one dose, 1 milligram in the morning and 1 milligram in the afternoon, right? Because you should not be feeling that huge rush of bupe. That's definitely not the way you want to take that, in my opinion. And that's why a lot of people do take multiple doses a day to avoid that very thing, right? Because because my doctor would always try to tell me, he was like, just take it once a day. Like the half-life of the medication supports that. And it does. Like if you look at the half-life, but sometimes things don't always go to the science of the medication, right? The science supports just taking it once a day and you're good. But in my experience, it was like it hit me too hard. And then by the end of the day, I felt like it wasn't enough there. So for me and for many people who watch this channel, they find value in spreading out the dose. So yeah, I would definitely try that, Anthony. I would definitely cut your dose up and space it out quite a bit. I bet you'll feel a lot more level-headed. Peachy says, I have never either. Jessica Jane, what's up, girl? She says, what's up, friends? God bless you all. Good to see you in here, Jessica. Hopefully things are going well for you. So Anthony says it's not a full nod, but if I'm not focused on anything, I'll sometimes end up with my eyes closed for 20 minutes. Yeah, that's interesting. I could snap out of it if I really tried to. So yeah, it sounds like it's too strong of a dose for you. It sounds like you're ready to lower your dose, or like I said, spread it out. 18 people up in here and only 14 likes, guys. Please smash that like as you're stopping in here. Looks like we've got some more people popping in here. So please say hello. Please say hello. Please smash the like. I appreciate you if you could do so. We've been going for an hour and 36 minutes, guys. When I found out about Suboxone, I was getting them off the streets and they were pricey. That's when I decided to look for a doctor. I was desperate. Yes, I was in the same exact shoes, Peachy. Yeah, I was paying $25, $30 per strip. And I was like, this is a rip off. But it was still way cheaper than the freaking, what was I spending? $100, $200 a day for Roxy 30s, right? Like even getting ripped off and paying $25 a pop for Suboxone, it was still way cheaper than the Roxy habit that I had, right? So it made financial sense for me to get the heck off that stuff, right? And then as soon as I got in the MAT program or whatever it's called, then they got really cheap. It was like, I think they were down to like $5 each or $6 each or something like that, right? So I was like, damn, I'm saving all this money and I'm doing it the right way, the legal way, and I've got a prescription. I don't have to worry about messing around with this crap. It's a win-win-win. Plus, I was getting tested to keep me on the straight road, right? So just all those things, it was like this is making sense for sure. I definitely felt like my recovery took a huge turn for the right path when I finally did that right and got them prescribed the right way. They wouldn't give me the strips anymore. They give me pills now, but I figured an exact 2 milligrams every day would be easier to manage than the inconsistency of trying to cut and measure the pills. I mean, yes, but also, you know, if you're sitting there zoned out half the morning, then I wouldn't know. It would be worth it to me to take an extra 2 seconds and take another dose later on in the day rather than feeling over medicated half the morning, right? It's worth the hassle in that experience, in my opinion, anyway. But if you don't mind feeling that over medicated feeling, then I mean, maybe you just try lowering your dose down to 1.5 milligrams if you just want to keep it to once a day and seeing how you feel. But I think it was you earlier that was saying, right, that you start to run into withdrawal in the next morning, right? And then it hits you really hard because you're starting to go into withdrawal because you have a lower dose. As you sleep through the night, the dose is wearing off. And that's also something that can help you feel better in the morning time, right? Because if you take a second dose in the, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, then you're not going to be running into withdrawal first thing in the morning, right? Because you took a dose later on in the day. So it sounds like it just might be something you try for a few days and see how is it working for you, right? AK Sanders says 14 days clean. Well, congratulations to you. 14 days clean from what, my friend? Props to you for sharing 14 days clean. That's awesome. I'll definitely ask about the Butrans patch when I can get a hold of my doctor. Hopefully tomorrow he can get back to me. I'm almost willing to bet that when you bring it up to your doctor, they're going to stop you and say, that's only made for people who struggle with chronic pain. What you should say before you even give him a chance to respond is like, before you say it, I know you're going to say that this was only made for people who struggle with chronic pain. But Bupe was also made for the same thing. And now look, we use it for more than just chronic pain, right? And there are people that do use Suboxone for chronic pain. I'd be interested to hear what your doctor's response is to this. I would probably go out and say, I mean, is it an addiction doctor that you are being prescribed with, Anthony, or is it just like a regular doctor? I would think that your chances would go up with probably having the possibility of your doctor letting you try Butrans to help taper you off the oral doses. Your chances would probably go up if they're an addiction specialist. If it's your family doctor, unless you've got, like I said, unless you've got a history of pain, which many people watching this might have that, right? I think a lot of people have certain types of pain and stuff. So just keep that in mind, guys. Don't get pissed at your doctor if they're not willing to do it, because it's not technically made for that, right? Tasha says, hello, everyone. Haven't made it because of work, but I'm here listening today while at work, and I hope everyone is well. Good to see you in here, Tasha. So Peachy says I was paying $20 a piece. Whew. Yeah, that's a grundle. Chicken and rice. That actually sounds pretty good right now. Shout out to AK Sanders. Gonna message you later, Marky. I need some old advice from a dude about something. Some dude advice. AK Sanders says Suboxone. Awesome, dude. What dose did you come off of? Anthony says, definitely something to think about. I really appreciate your advice, Kevin. You are welcome. You are welcome. I'm at a clinic for MAT treatment at the moment. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think your chances will go up if they see a lot of people. If they're really familiar with bupe, then your chances will go up as far as them hearing what you have to say. Like I said, though, guys, don't get mad at your doctor if they're not willing to do that. And you'll likely hear that what I just said, if they're not willing to do that, that's likely what you'll hear. And he says, I had a grant initially, and they called in strips to the pharmacy for me. The grant ended, and I use Medi-Cal. For some reason, that's why they give me the pills now in their dosing room. Interesting. So do you have to dose in front of the doctors? Is that what you're saying, Anthony? And just remember that you are all my babies. Somebody messaging me about my car for sale. It's so crazy these days, guys. I don't know if you guys have any experience with this, but this is just way off topic. So sorry about saying this, but if any of you guys out there have recently sold a car, did you get like spammed? Not spam, but actual get like a bunch of contacts from car dealers trying to buy your car? That's like a thing now. Like dealers, they're not just going to the auctions anymore. They're swarming the private market. And it sucks for guys like me trying to get out there and get a deal on a car because the dealers they're all over that crap. So it's really hard to find a good deal on a car right now. And also just something off topic, if kind of along these lines, if any of you guys are out there and you're wanting to sell your car and you don't want to dilly dally with it and do all the tire kicking crap, go drive down the street to like the biggest dealerships you can find. Go to like 4 or 5 different dealerships. Just ask what they'll give you for it. I've had some really good success doing that and being able to get a check on the spot for your car. So something to think about, guys, something to think about. If you need to sell your car and you don't want to deal with the private hassles of selling a car, you probably have to sell it for a little bit less, obviously, than you would get if you weren't in a rush. But you can literally sell your car within like a few hours if you guys need to do that. So Anthony says they give me take homes for 28 days, but yes, they asked me to dose there when I go in. That's interesting. Yeah, they only had me do that the first time I ever like met them, basically. They were like, okay, go ahead and put that under your tongue. And then he literally was asking me like 2 or 3 minutes after I dosed, so are you feeling better yet? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? This shit hasn't even dissolved yet. Dumb. Not all MAT clinics are created equal. We'll just say that. RIP to that doc, though. He is deceased at this point. He was very old. He was a nice guy, though. Oh, Kevin, you're our baby, boo-boo. You are all my babies. I remember Brandon was like, that's kind of weird. We're not your babies. Oh, Brandon. That guy has a really dry personality if you guys don't know him. Let's see here. Anthony says, Honda messages me every single day trying to buy my 2013 Civic. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Every time I post a car, I get like 5 dealers trying to hit me up. Like within the first hour it's posted. I'm like, no dealers, please. I don't want your lowball offers. No thanks. I'll sell it my own. I'll sell it on my own. So just be prepared if they call you and try to offer you something and it sounds realistic, and then you get there, they're going to lowball you. So just be ready for that. Cameron, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Shout out to you for the sponsor bomb last week, my friend. Kimmy says, oh my God, laugh out loud. So we've got 15 people in here, guys. If you're in there, ghost watching, ghost listening, please come out and say hello. Say hello. We are chilling on the live stream. I got to do, back and biceps tonight. So I'm really excited about that. Man, my appetite has been crap lately, though, guys. I usually don't even eat till like 1 o'clock p.m. What the hell? What the hell? Freaking sucks. It's like, dude, if you're trying to gain weight, you probably need to eat. Get your ass some food, boy. I haven't lost a freaking bugs. I haven't lost a pound in a few weeks. I wonder if it's a plateau. It could be. Yeah, it could be. I know that you said you recently lost some weight, right? What have you been doing to lose the weight, Kimmy? Ooh, baby. Back and biceps tomorrow. Yes, that's tonight for me. I'm excited. That's my favorite day, I think. Back and biceps. Speaking of back and biceps, where is Tara at? She's we were talking not too long ago about doing the pull-ups. Just Peachy says I have a 99 Accord. Ooh, I've had a couple of those. Those things are really good cars. 41 pounds down, fasting and low carb. Okay, cool. My mom is doing, is that keto pretty much? Keto is no carbs, right? I've never tried keto. I've never even looked into it, but my mom just lost a crap load of weight too. She's looking really thin. I was like, damn girl, what you been doing? I think she said no carbs and no meats or something like that. It was something like that. I'm like, she said her doctor told her at some point she needs to get some meats back in her diet, right? Because I don't know, it's just interesting to hear, and it's really interesting to see her stick to a diet, because for the longest time she didn't even know what the hell to eat, right? She always thought like going to taco time was healthy because it was tacos. I'm like, Mom, it's fast food. horrible, right? Oh, we just have a sponsor bomb super chat. Shout out to you, Kingdom Within. Good to see you in here, my friend. He says, many blessings, brother. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's go ahead and fire up the sponsor bomb, the sponsor jet. Shout out to you, brother. Good to see you in here. Here to go. Here to go. Dropping the bomb, baby. Oh. Always good to see Kingdom Within up in here. I was watching one of his videos the other day. Guys, if you haven't seen his channel yet, please go check it out. Please go check it out. Kingdom Within. You will enjoy his channel, especially if you lost your way with the good man above. Good to see you, Kingdom Within. Thanks for the love, my friend. I was actually, you've probably seen the super chat I sent you. I was watching one of your videos on the replay crew, and you'd mentioned me like kind of halfway through your stream. I was like, oh shit, my boy, shout me out. Good to see you in here, buddy. This screen is still not refreshing. Let's see. I'm going to leave that super chat up on the screen. see if I can get this to refresh. So we're at 17 likes, guys. We've got 16 people in here. Please smash the like. Let's get that puppy up to 20. I would appreciate you if we could do it. Let's see here. So keto is low carb, high fat. Okay, so it's not no carb. Keto is below a certain number. I'm not doing keto. I would be screwed without carbs. I'm not gonna lie. I would whizzle away in the wind. I would probably lose 10 pounds the first 2 days. Carbs, my friend. I just want some confidence back, you know? I feel you, Kimmy. I feel you, girl. Yeah, you're looking good. You're looking real good. So proud of you. And then I know you said something not too long ago about your dress sizes or your something size was changing, right? How you doing, Kingdom Within? You doing good, buddy? Any updates on you, my friend? I've been seeing you on Kimmy's channel here and there. So it's been good. It's good to see everybody on each other's channels. So if you're out there ghost listening and you have a channel, please let us know. We'll send some people your way to support you on your journey, your channel, right? So the doctor wants to cut me down by half a strip or a tab a week to taper. I'm at 8 milligrams right now. Sorry, I missed your response earlier. I feel like I'm getting some people mixed up. Who am I getting mixed up in here? So we've got Peachy. Oh, and Anthony. I think I'm getting Anthony and Peachy's comments like in my brain mixed up. So let's see. Where did that comment go? Half of a strip. So your doctor wants you to go from 8 milligrams to 4 milligrams in just a week. Yeah, I would say if you're at 8 milligrams, you probably want to stop off at 6 milligrams first and then go down to 4. But in just a week to cut it in half, that sounds a bit rushed. And you really have to slow things down once you get down to like the 2 milligram mark. You really got to you got to pump the brakes, and takes usually most people take many months to get down under 2 milligrams. But you can make a lot of progress at first, guys. Like if you're just recently starting a taper, if you're solid at 8 and 8 is easy for you right now, or maybe 8 milligrams feels a bit strong for you right now, you can go down to 6 and you probably won't even feel a difference at all. Just like that. Kimmy says, laugh out loud. I feel like I mention you constantly in my live streams. Oh, well, you're popular. I'm not that popular. Thank you, though, Kimmy. I appreciate that. Cameron says, Kevin, what's your occupation? I don't really have a set occupation. I do some investing. I do a lot of YouTube. I do cars. I buy, fix, and sell cars. Those are kind of like the main 3 things that I do. Also, sometimes I'll do Uber. I'll do some Ubering sometimes. I get on like Uber stints where I actually enjoy doing that. So I kind of do a few random different things. I don't have any one set thing. For many years, I was a car dealer. I owned my own business. I've been thinking about opening another car dealership, but I'm not sure if I want to bite off that much right now. It's really stressful to run a car dealership by yourself. So yeah. Kingdom says, every time I think about the fact that I've kicked Kratom, I am reminded of kicking addiction. Yeah, buddy. I like that. I like that, my friend. I like that. Kimmy says, yep, back to a size 8 finally. Awesome stuff, Kimmy. That's awesome. You got to be feeling good about that, right? Peachy says, so I would, let's see. So I would do half 1 week, then a quarter the next. No, that's too fast. That's way too fast. So that sounds like you would go right to 4 milligrams from 8, which that's already pretty really fast as it is to cut your dose in half. and then only to stick there for a week and then go down to 2 milligrams. So that's what it is. Peachy is half of a 8 milligram strip is 4 milligrams, and then a quarter is 2 milligrams. These are all just like, the next step down doses basically. So ideally you would go from 1 strip a day, which is 8 milligrams, down to 6 milligrams a day, which would be 3/4 of a strip. And you would hang out there for a week or two until you felt normal. Then you would go down to half of a strip, which is 4 milligrams. And then when you felt like you were ready to drip down again, then probably you would go to 3 milligrams, which is, it's basically like a little triangle looking dose, right? You have to, I have a video that shows you how to cut the strips when tapering. So you'd probably want to watch that video if you haven't seen that yet. It shows you how to cut the doses and how to get them, basically how to taper. It's that easy. But if I was to do it all over again, I would go from 6 down to 4, from 4 down to 3 milligrams. And remember, you don't ever drop down until you're ready to drop down and you're stable on that dose. Sometimes it takes a couple of days for people to stabilize. Sometimes it takes people a couple of weeks. It just depends on how old you are, how fit you are, what kind of diet you have, and your brain chemistry comes into it as well. Some people have a much higher tolerance to adjusting their doses, right? And then you go from 3 milligrams to 2 milligrams, from 2 milligrams to probably 1.5 milligrams, then down to 1. And then you really slow things down once you get under 1. But most people need to taper down to less than 1/4 of 1 milligram. So just a little speckle. Don't be trying to jump off at 2 milligrams or nothing like that, because it's hard. Freebird, what's up? Freebird says, hello, everyone. I haven't been here in a while. I was like, that's not Siobhan, is it? Taking care of my mom full-time with dementia. I have a few minutes. Hope everyone is doing well. Good to see you in here, Freebird. Sorry to hear about your mother. Hopefully you're able to properly help her. Let's see here. Kimmy says 8 to 2 is the easier part, usually, Peachy. Yes. Yep, that is correct. That is level 1 of Suboxone tapering. Anything from 16 milligrams down to 2, that's level 1. Most people can do that without too much of an issue, but then the second level of Suboxone tapering is going from 2 milligrams down to 0. That's when it starts to get real. Yes, I'm not down. Yeah, don't do that. That's too fast. That is too fast. It's crazy how quickly doctors expect people to adjust to such a radical taper. Yeah. A lot of them don't really know what it's like to go through that, right? Because they've never done it. And like I said, it's different for everybody. Some people can taper a lot faster than others. It's different for everybody. Some people can just freaking drop the stuff cold turkey, and that is extremely impressive when people can do that. That's very far and few between, though. I feel like it happens a lot with higher bupe doses. I mean, so yeah, if somebody's on 24 milligrams, you can easily drop down to 16 milligrams, right? Like you can make big gains if you're up high in the doses. You can easily chop down the dose when you're way up there in the dose, right? So I get that part, but it's just like once you start getting below 4 milligrams, you gotta slow down. Freebird says that is crazy. It's really discouraging me. KG's still up in here. What's up, KG? Says Peachy, just tell him you're gonna do it your way. Just like, yo, what you're saying is not making sense. Sorry. I need to learn to invest. Yeah, I mean, now might not be the best time, just where I feel like the market is so propped up. But I'm sure there's going to be some sales coming up here in the near future. I'm pretty sure of that, but don't quote me. That's not financial advice. Always invest in yourself if you're going to invest in anything. Health is wealth. Mikey, that's not the same Mikey. No, that's a different Mikey. Says, I'm in between my second and third shot, both 300. Next one, the lower one, do you think I can stop after that or one more? That's I don't know. Yeah, it's different for everybody, my friend. Some people, it's up to you and your doctor and what you think, right? Some people, so you've had, let's see, you've had 300s. So that would be 700 if I'm adding it right from what you're saying. I mean, some people are good with that, right? And some people, you just have to go on how you feel. If you feel like you're ready to move on, right? Some people are ready to move on after one shot, but you have to be extremely, extremely dedicated if you're going to try to do a one and done thing. And you have to know that there is some uncomfortability stuff coming. The more shots you get, the longer, slower taper you'll have, right? It's impossible for anybody to say you're never going to have a withdrawal symptom. It's impossible for anybody to say that, okay? I'll just say that right now. I would love to say that nobody in the world that takes Sublocade will ever have a withdrawal of any sort, right? Most people have minor withdrawals if there is a withdrawal. That's what we've been hearing. If that changes, I will let you guys know. I'm trying to get as many people's information as I can on this. But it really just depends on you and if you feel like you're ready to move on. Kimmy says, I would personally not tell the doctor that. Laugh out loud. Do it your way, but don't get yourself cut off. That's a good point. Yeah. Some doctors, they won't mess around. If you don't do it, some doctors are like, it's my way or the highway. Right. So you really, if you're going to, yeah, that's a good point, Kimmy. Thanks for bringing that up. Some doctors will be like, all right, you want to play that? You ain't getting your prescription today then, sir. We just had another sponsor bomb come through. Shout out to Cameron M. I appreciate the love and consistency up in here, brother. Let's go ahead and fire up the jet, the sponsor jet. Let's get that baby going. Oh, boy. Cameron M coming through here with another $10 super chat, or sorry, Cash App donation. I appreciate the love, brother. Oh. Cameron's been coming through consistently up in here lately. I appreciate that, my friend. Hopefully everything is going well for you, good sir. Shout out to you. Good to see you in here. Seems like Cameron usually comes through towards the later parts of the live streams, which is great. I kind of feel like Tara is going to pop in here any minute now. Tara, if you're in here listening, you better say hello. How's Tara been doing? Does anybody know? I haven't talked to her for a minute. It seems like I haven't talked to, because I didn't do the Sunday stream. Seems like I haven't talked to some of you for a while, but yes, Kingdom says, let's get that likes to 20, y'all. Yes, please do, guys. Please do. Yep, we're at 20 now. Yes, awesome. Thank you for saying that, my friend. Thank you for saying that. Let's see here. Peachy says, it's crazy. And we just had another sponsor bomb come through. Y'all showing the love up in here today. I appreciate you guys. This one coming from Marky Rizzo. Let's fire up the jet. You guys know we got to get this jet flying. Marky loves this one, so we'll do this one today. The Ric Flair special. He says, I feel it in my plums. You feel what in your plums, Marky? Marky over there cooking up some chicken and rice. We want some. We want some. Shout out to you, Marky. I appreciate the $5 Cash App, brother. Showing the love up in here. Wow, let's see here. I appreciate you guys showing love to the Cash App and Super Chat. You guys are amazing. Amazing group of people we have here. Speaking of that, Kingdom, did this happen to you? I recently got a thing from the YT, we'll just call it, the tubes. And they're trying to basically, I'm trying to be careful what I say here. I know they probably listening somewhere, but they're basically trying to persuade me financially to open up the memberships. Did they do that to you too? They're basically trying to give me a bonus to open up the memberships, which I mean, it makes sense, right? It's just more money for them because they're just going to take half of it, right? Isn't that how it works out, Kingdom? Let me know, buddy, if you could. If they did that to you too, I'm just curious. I just got an email from them. They're like, we will give you a bonus if you start your memberships. Very interesting. Forgot where I was at in the comments here. Oh, Cameron. Cameron says do a milligram a week until you get low. My doctor wanted to do a milligram a month. Yeah, I mean something somewhere around there, right? A week to a month. But yeah, it's like once you get down to like 4, 5, 6 milligrams, then it's usually best to kind of go down by 1 milligram at a time. And then when you get to 2 milligrams, that's when you kind of want to slow it down a bit. And then go, cut it down by halves. And then once you're under 1 milligram, that's when you go down by at least quarters, right? Like you would go 1 milligram to 0.75 milligrams, hang out there until you're steady, then down to half of a milligram or something like that, guys. It doesn't have to be rocket science. I know sometimes we make it sound like it's like you got to be a mathematical genius to figure out this taper, but it's really not that confusing. And sometimes it might sound like I'm making it sound more confusing than it is. So I don't want to confuse anybody. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, just ask and I can clarify. Or if you're on the replay crew and there's ever something that I say that doesn't make sense, just ask, guys, and I'll clarify it. And we just got another sponsor bomb from Kingdom Within. Shout out to you, brother. Let's fire it up. We got to fire up the jet. If I could find it. Why did that move? Oh boy. Dropping another sponsor bomb up in here. Boom. Kingdom Within says, gonna start donating via Cashapp because the YT sucks. So you would know that better than anybody, right? Don't they? Isn't it like 50%? I'm pretty sure they take, right? Either way, it's all good. Whatever's easiest for you guys. I appreciate each and every one of your sponsorships. It does mean a lot to me on this channel. So extra shout out to you, Kingdom, for the second super sponsor bomb of the day. I appreciate the love, brother. You the man. You the man. Let's see. Freebird says, Kimmy, it's been very challenging and tapering at the same time. And speaking of that, Kimmy or Marky, can you post a link to Kingdom Within's channel? If nobody posted that, please post a link to his channel so we can get some more subscribers over there. I would appreciate you all. And for my people who are watching this on the replay, I encourage you to go check out his channel. He has a lot of awesome information, and also he does live streams as well, just like Kimmy and myself. So it's great to see our people following to other people's channels, and everybody's kind of mingling and commingling between channels. It's really awesome to see that. So I really appreciate y'all that do that. Kimmy, it's been very challenging and tapering at the same time. I'm down to 2 milligrams, 1 milligram twice a day. So yeah, so that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. For some people, it can work out better splitting up the dose, so it's not like such a rush of bupe all at once, right? Some people take it multiple times a day. You just got to kind of tinker with it and see what works best for you, guys. Remember, this is not medical advice. I can't tell you what to do. Talk to your doctor and just see what works best for you guys. But if you're nodding out, quote unquote, like we were hearing earlier, on just 2 milligrams, something should be adjusted. That should not be happening. So I would encourage you to talk to your doctor and tell him, hey, I'm nodding out when I take this. That's not it's not how this is supposed to happen. It's not what this is supposed to do, right? To go into like work or something and you're nodding off and you're like, hey, I'm on Suboxone. Like that's not how I picture Suboxone being used. It's not how it should be used. So adjust course as you guys go, right? I feel it's definitely not something to rush. I agree for sure. They've not personally experienced it, Freebird, so I understand the ignorance to a point. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and just think how many different medications doctors have to prescribe, right? There's no way they could know all the little back alley side streets like we do. Like we've studied this medication in and out, right? We've used it, we've tapered it, we've went high dose, low dose, we've come off, we withdraw. Like we have a ton of experience with this. We're Suboxone specialists, but we're not because we're not doctors, right? So just think about it that way, guys. Mikey says, thank you for doing this. It's so good to spread information and also people being able to talk because tapering or coming off is scary and unknown. That is correct and true. And I agree with you fully there. Yeah. If you don't know how to come off Suboxone and your doctor just cut you off, that's really scary, guys. That is really freaking scary. So the fact that people can come here and share their experience, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, what is working for you, some different ideas that other people can try. You know, back when I started tapering Suboxone for the first time back in whatever that was, 2018, there was not a lot of information out there like there is now, guys. Not even a tenth of the information that there is out there, right? There was, I think Rockin' Roberta's channel was the only person really talking about Suboxone back then. And I think Nicole was too. Those were like the only two people you could even find any information about Suboxone. And even they didn't know a lot about it back then. So a lot of people have come and gone and told their stories and moved on. And yeah, there's just so much information out there now about this stuff that we're talking about here now. So it's great. It's great to see the growth of that. So many people aren't out there just doing this stuff on their own in the dark and not knowing why they're feeling so off or so sick or so anxious, right? But there are still some people that they find their way to this channel by doing a 16 milligram cold turkey. Was it Darlene not too long ago did that? She's like, I had no idea there was a withdrawal from this. So she literally cold turkey 16 milligrams. It's like, you did what? Could you repeat that? Haven't heard from her for a while. Hopefully she's doing okay. So Cameron says, life is great. I catch your show right after work on my way home. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, buddy. Hopefully you had a good day at work, my friend. Tara stopped into my live stream last night. She was doing okay. Let's see. Wait. Looks like I'm a little bit behind in the comments, guys. I'll get caught up to y'all in just a moment. Let's see here. That's a better way of putting it, Kimmy. So KG says, when I went to a doctor that wanted me to be off in a month from 4 milligrams, I just found another doctor. Yes, I would do the same thing too. That is, yeah, it's not very realistic to think that somebody could get off that fast, guys. And it's honestly, it's kind of messed up in a way. If your doctor's trying to rush you off of Bupe / Suboxone / Subutex or whatever, then you might think about doing what KG just said and find a new doctor, because it's for anybody who has gone through this stuff, you know how hard it is. And I mean, like Kimmy, she jumped off at a half of a milligram. That's even at only a half of a milligram, guys. It's really freaking hard, right? Even at a quarter of a milligram, last time I jumped off, it was really freaking hard. A quarter of a milligram? Like, who would look at a piece of Suboxone? It looks like a little piece of a cornflake, right? Who would look at that and think that that's going to send my life into a huge downward spiral if I stop taking that? If you didn't know, right? Nobody would really think that. But if you know, then you know. And hopefully by now you guys know, because this shit it's a serious medication and it is to be respected and taken seriously. And you really have to treat this stuff delicate when you're coming off, guys. Unless you're just ready to take the world by its horns, then that's a totally different conversation. But for 95% of people, they need to do a long, slow taper, in my experience. It's hard stuff, guys. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that for a minute. And I'm sure many people watching this channel would agree with what I just said. Kimmy says, I think you should do memberships. Yeah, I mean, I thought about it. I've been thinking about it. I was kind of planning on doing that once I hit the 3K mark. But I don't want to do memberships unless I know for sure that I can put out shorter form videos, right? Because not everybody wants to come here and watch a 2 or 3 hour live stream of us talking about Suboxone, Kratom, Sublocade, etc. Right? Not everybody wants to do that, and I totally get that. It's a lot of time to watch these live streams. So I want to thank everybody who does, my normies out there that watch and participate and comments every week. Like, that's really awesome that you guys are willing to spend 2, 3, 4, 5 hours out of every week to just sit here and chat with us. So I really want to thank my normies, my OG road dogs, the people that have been subscribed to me for a long amount of time, everybody who supports this channel financially. I want to send a super shout out to you guys. You guys are all awesome, and I appreciate the love that you guys have shown me over the last couple years. Shout out to you guys. Cameron says, good luck, everybody. See you on the next one. All right, Cameron, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for that donation, my friend. I appreciate the love, Cameron, as always. Take care of yourself, good sir, and we'll see you soon. Enjoy that back and bicep day tomorrow. So Kingdom says, yep, they did that to me too. So yeah. All right. How long ago did you start your memberships, brother? Let us know. I know we were kind of talking about that on Kimmy's channel a little bit recently. Then you can make your own emojis, which I would personally have a blast with. Oh yeah, when you do the memberships, you can put, okay, right? Isn't that what like the people who are members that get custom emojis? Now you got me thinking over here. Let's see. 10, 15 minutes behind the comments, guys. I'll get caught up real quick here. Don't they take like 40% or something crazy like that? Yeah, it's something like that. It's somewhere around 40 to 50% of the super chats / I think memberships. Isn't it the same thing? Kingdom, if you could let us know. He says, I left you a note. How did you do that? Where'd you leave me a note at? Oh, on the Cashapp, I think. Is that what you meant? I got my little wireless phone charger over here making noises if you guys hear it. That's when it gets a little scary. Orange covering eyes for me anyways. So Kimmy posted a link to Kingdom Within's channel, guys. Make sure you go check him out. Kingdom, do you do scheduled like set live streams? If so, what days and times do you do? Or do you just kind of do them at random? Because I know Kimmy does. She's doing now Tuesdays and Thursdays, she said. I want to kind of let everybody know when they could watch out for you on the live stream. That was so cool, Kingdom. I was watching your stream and your mom had sent like a Cash App to you, and you started getting all emotional. That was cool to see, man. It's good to see some emotions from the fellas sometimes, right? Or do Patreon. They only take like 5%. See, I don't even know what Patreon is either. I'm really rookie at this social media stuff, guys. What is Patreon even for? What does it do? Or what do you do there? So Peachy says, I just subbed. Awesome. I appreciate that. You just subbed to Kingdom Within, I'm assuming, right? Hope you're pain-free, my brother. Yeah, sometimes he struggles with pain for sure. I appreciate that, Kevin. Thanks for sharing, Kimmy. It was funny. I was talking on Kimmy's channel to Kingdom, and he was like, I was asking him how he's feeling. He's like, is this Kev? The other Kev? Or is this Kev from Kicking Addiction? I was on my car channel. I don't think he knew that I had that car channel. Oh, we just had another sponsor bomb. Shout out to you, French guy, showing the love up in here. Let's fire up the jets. You guys know we got to do it every time a sponsor bomb comes through here. So we're going to do that right now. Flying over, dropping bombs up in here. Boom. I appreciate the love, French guy. He says, it's been almost 6 hours since my shot. I feel a little bit weird, laugh out loud. I'm a bit nauseous, but mentally I feel normal. So yeah, that's if you're on your first day, then you'll get that. It sounds like some people get it, some people don't, and that's exactly when I got it. Was at the 6 hour mark. I don't know, you probably don't remember, but I was actually on a live stream at the 6 hour mark, and I almost had a panic attack because I wasn't expecting that, and it was just like this big rush of medication came over me, and if that happens to you, French guy, just go lay down, chill, try to maybe take a cold shower to try to get your mind off of that. If you don't like it, if it's an uncomfortable feeling for you, just chill out and know that it will pass. And every day from here on out, you'll feel more and more normal. You're going to be just fine, my friend. And that's normal. So if you feel a bit weird, that's to be expected. You're going to be just fine, my friend. Do you have any other questions for us, French guy? Could you give us a little bit more detail about exactly what you mean by you feel a bit weird? Do you just feel like you're a little bit like you had a little bit too strong of a dose? Is that what you're feeling like? That's my guess as to what you're feeling. But you're going to be all right. Don't freak yourself out. You're going to be totally fine. It's normal. And many people get that on the first day. So Sublocade will peak, meaning that it will get to its strongest point sometime between 6 and 24 hours, right? If you have a fast metabolism, it might be closer towards the 6 hour mark, like French guy is saying right now. But yeah, you'll start to stable out. You'll start to stable out with, with every hour that passes, your body's just going to get more and more used to the constant steady stream, right? You're going to be just fine. Thanks for that super chat, super sponsor bomb. I appreciate the love, my friend. Kimmy says, I got to drive home, so you'll probably end this before I get home. Love you all, guys. All right, Kimmy, drive safe. Thanks for showing love to the channel today. I appreciate you, Kimmy. And hopefully I can catch part of your live stream tomorrow. Shout out to you, Kimmy B. She says, love you too, Kim. See you soon, Kimmy. So Kingdom says, Marky, as of now, yes, because my doctor has got me on Presnidone. Did I say that right? Presnizone, which is the only thing that makes me feel normal, but only temporary until I can afford my infusions. Is it Presnidone or Presnizone? Let's see where I'm at. So I'm currently about 12 minutes behind in the comments, guys. I'll get caught up to y'all. Just be patient with me. We've been going for 2 hours and 25 minutes. We'll probably try to wrap things up in the next 10, 15 minutes, guys. So if you're in here ghost watching, if you want to say hello or just check in with us, let us know if there's any updates on you. Please do so now, guys. And I'll make sure that I respond to your comment before we wind things down. French guy says, I don't know why they don't promote Suboxone more. I only knew about methadone, and methadone was just not an option for me. I learned about Suboxone through your channel while I was withdrawing. Are you not in the States? Where are you from, French guy? Obviously, you're probably not in the States if he says French guy. Yeah, Suboxone, I feel like I feel like a lot of people here in the States know about Suboxone. I'm not sure where you're from, but let us know. Let us know. That's interesting. So you learned about Suboxone from this channel, and you learned about Sublocade from this channel. That's so interesting. Yeah, let us know where you're from. I'm really curious about that. I'm assuming that you've got a little marble-sized lump under your skin, French guy. Is that about what it looks like? Is a marble under there? Let us know. Let's see. I'm trying to refresh this to get his live comments. Peachy says, thank you so much for your videos and your time. You are welcome, Peachy. Looks like, did you just change your picture to your puppy? Cute puppy on there, Peachy. Thanks for chatting with us here today as well. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can see you on some additional live streams in the future, Peachy. Free ride says, safe ride, Kimmy. Kingdom says, yeah, mama caught me off guard. Let's see here. Peachy says, bye, guys. See you all next time. Have a good day, Peachy. Have a good night. Prednisone is how you say it. Okay. Bye, Free Bird. Nice meeting you. Same, Peachy. It's always good to see people making friends here in the comment section, guys. I love to see that stuff. And you'll start to recognize people more and more as you come back to the channel. You'll start to build little friendships here in the chat, which I love to see. It's always a great thing to see. I'm kind of waiting for French guy's comments. Are you still in here, French guy? Let us know, buddy. Man, these things are bright. I need to dim it out a little bit up in here. It's time for that after hours show. The dark show. That's when you know we get to the end of the stream bout. Man, my neck is killing me sitting here in this chair for 2.5 hours. Whew. Kingdom, what's the longest live stream you've done, buddy? Hopefully this didn't freeze up on us here. I'm going to hit that refresh button. Okay, here we go. So Freebird says, for those who may not know, there is a lot of info on Reddit as well. Yes, Reddit is a great place to go talk about Suboxone, Sublocade, Kratom. You can find a lot of people sharing their information about all of those things on Reddit. And you can read other people's stories. So you don't just take information that you find here on this chat. You get, especially when making serious transitions, like going from Suboxone to Sublocade or something like that, do your homework, guys. Make sure that it's right for you. Obviously, check with your insurance. Make sure that it'll cover X amount of dollars of the shot, right? Like, do your homework before just swapping right over. French guy says, it's a bit bigger than a marble. I have almost no fat on my belly. Yeah, so the leaner you are, the bigger you're going to see the lump, right? I always say, my lovely lady lumps. Your lovely Sublocade lumps. Check them out. And when you go in for your second shot, guarantee you're still going to have quite a bit of chunk left from the first one. So that just lets you know how long Sublocade lasts. It lasts, even just one shot will last you many months. So that's reassurance to think that when it comes time for the shot, don't let your brain trick you into think you're going to withdrawal, because you still have quite a bit of medication in there. Kingdom says a little over 5 hours. Damn. That's long, dude. That is long. I think mine was just barely right at 4 hours. And I was like, my voice gets so froggy. Like, it's already starting to kind of hurt right now at 2.5 hours. Looks like we got to 20 likes, just barely, guys. If you're just stopping in here now, please smash that like button. I would appreciate you if we can get that puppy up a couple more. We have gone for 2.5 hours up in here. Let's go ahead and wind this puppy down, guys. I'm going to go ahead and thank today's sponsorships before we get out of here. You see scrolling across the bottom of the screen, Mikey set a record-setting $200 super chat on the replay crew this week. So super shout out to Mikey for being the sponsor of the week with that incredible $200 donation. Massive thanks to Mikey. I appreciate you, my friend. Also, as you see scrolling across the bottom of the stream, we had KG Smith. She's always showing love to this channel. Kimmy B, always showing love to this channel. Cameron, always showing love to this channel. Kingdom Within, always showing love to the channel. And Marky Rizzo. Those people are always showing love to this channel. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Also, so today on the live stream, we had Cameron showing some love. KG Smith. Kimmy B was the sponsor of today's live stream with a $40 Cash App donation. Shout out to you, Kimmy, if you're watching this still. We had French Guy with a $10 super chat. We had Kingdom Within with basically two sponsor bombs today. Shout out to you, Kingdom Within. Much love, brother. Marky Rizzo today as well with a $5 Cash App. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Just remember that you are all my babies. Is there any last comments here? Oh, Kimmy says, oh, wait. See here. I'll wait a few more minutes, guys. If there's any last comments, any last questions. French Guy, are you doing okay, buddy? Let me know if you have any questions before we wrap it up here. Does anybody have any questions or comments? I'll make sure I get to it. But in the meantime, I'm going to put on some chill ass music. And let's turn something chill. What could I turn on in here? Let's do this. All right, I'll watch for any last questions, guys. Ooh, my neck is killing me. Whew. Bad Leroy says, finally got my first shot last Sunday. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. Woo! Look at all the Sublocade people coming up in here lately, guys. Lots of people that have found their way to the Sublocade train. So awesome stuff, Leroy. How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling? Let us know what your dose of Suboxone was and what dose of Sublocade you got. It's good to hear that you're doing well with your first month of Sublocade. To my Sublocade people, remember that the first month is the hardest month of Sublocade. It gets much smoother as you go, okay, guys? You will get to the Sublocade honeymoon phase, which I consider anything past 2 months. Still doing great. Hoping I make it to the second shot with no strip. No strip help. Yeah. Let us know if you can do it, buddy. Let us know if you can do it. Okay, guys, we're out of here. I love y'all, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Smash that like button. Bye.